Have you ever wondered if the walls of the Vatican whisper secrets through their symbols? Nestled in the heart of Rome, the Vatican is not merely a bastion of spiritual authority for over 1 billion Catholics worldwide, it's also a vault brimming with symbols steeped in history. Each sculpture, each painting, and even the architectural designs are more than meets the eye. They are a silent language waiting to be deciphered. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to decode some of these enigmatic symbols. From the intricate patterns adorning the Sistine Chapel, to the solemn statues guarding St. Peter's Square, each holds a story, a piece of a much larger puzzle. These symbols are not random, they are carefully crafted messages from the past. Each one offers insight not only into the spiritual and moral values, but also into the political intrigues of the time. Understanding them unlocks a new perspective on how the Vatican has influenced and been influenced by the world. Join us as we peel back the layers of history to reveal the hidden language of the Vatican. Why does the Pope hold keys, and what do they unlock beyond the pearly gates? This question takes us deep into the heart of Vatican symbolism, to the very keys of heaven themselves. According to Christian tradition, these aren't just any keys, they are the ones given to St. Peter, the first Pope, by Jesus Christ. The gesture signified a profound trust, making Peter the keeper of the gateway to salvation. Now picture the crossed keys, one silver, one gold. This iconic symbol is woven into the very fabric of the Vatican's identity, prominently displayed on flags, coats of arms, and even the papal regalia. The silver key symbolizes the power to bind and loose on earth, while the golden key holds the authority to access the gates of heaven. Together, they represent a dual responsibility: spiritual leadership on earth and the stewardship of heavenly domain. Beyond their spiritual significance, these keys also echo the administrative power of the papacy. They signify the Pope's role not only as a spiritual shepherd, but also as a temporal leader, managing the vast network of the Catholic Church across the globe. This duality of roles, both heavenly and earthly, is a cornerstone of the papal office. The presence of these keys in Vatican imagery is a constant reminder of the Pope's foundational role in guiding the faithful, bridging the gap between man and the divine. The keys not only symbolize spiritual authority but also embody the foundational role of the papacy in guiding the faithful. A crown that weighs heavily with meaning, but what truths does the papal tiara hold? This ornate headpiece, traditionally donned by pontiffs, is not just a symbol of regal authority but also a deeply spiritual emblem. The papal tiara, or the triregnum, is characterized by its unique three-tiered design, each layer steeped in profound symbolism. The bottom tier signifies the Pope's role as the Father of Kings, a testament to his supreme authority over the rulers of the earth. Ascending to the middle tier, it represents the Pope's governance over the world's affairs, not just in a political sense but spiritually, guiding the moral compass of his global flock. The topmost tier crowns the tiara, symbolizing the Pope's pivotal role as the Vicar of Christ, acting as the earthly representative of Jesus himself. Historically, the wearing of the papal tiara during important ceremonies underscored these threefold responsibilities. Though no longer commonly worn, the tiara continues to represent the Pope's earthly responsibilities and heavenly mission. Every emblem tells a story, but can you decipher the narrative behind the Vatican's coat of arms? Diving into its composition, the Vatican's coat of arms is a rich tapestry of symbolism deeply rooted in Catholic tradition. At the heart of this emblem are the silver and gold keys. These are not just ordinary keys, they symbolize the keys to heaven as given to St. Peter, the first pope. The gold key represents spiritual power, while the silver key signifies earthly authority, illustrating the Church's dual responsibility in spiritual and worldly governance. Binding these keys together is a red cord, which flows gracefully in the backdrop. This cord is not merely decorative, it represents unity and the binding force of the Church, tying the spiritual and temporal realms in a seamless bond. The color red here is significant too, symbolizing the blood of Christ and the martyrdom of saints, underscoring the Church's foundation on sacrifice and faith. Crowning the coat of arms is the papal tiara. This triple-tiered crown echoes the threefold office of the Pope, as a teacher, a priest, and a shepherd. Each tier reinforces the Pope's role in leading the Church's doctrine, worship, and pastoral care respectively. Together, these elements convey a message of divine guidance and the governance of the Church's followers. They encapsulate the essence of the Vatican's mission, weaving a narrative of faith, authority, and unity. This coat of arms is not just an emblem, but a concise summary of the Vatican's identity and mission. Standing tall in St. Peter's Square, the Vatican Obelisk is ancient, but is its purpose purely decorative? Originally hailing from Egypt, this towering monument has stood the test of time, journeying across centuries and continents before finding its home at the Vatican. Erected in Heliopolis around 1500 BC, it was moved to Rome in the 1st century AD by the Emperor Caligula, who placed it in the Circus of Nero. This location, steeped in history, would later become St. Peter's Square. The obelisk is not just a relic of the past. It serves a greater purpose beyond its imposing appearance. Ingeniously, it acts as a giant sundial, its shadow moving across the patterns on the square, marking the passage of time with celestial precision. Throughout the year, it plays a pivotal role in various papal ceremonies, symbolizing the continuity and enduring legacy of the Church. Each event held in its shadow is a nod to both its spiritual and historical significance. This ancient monument connects the Vatican to the early Church and the broader history of the Roman Empire. A ring that seals documents, but could it also seal the fate of its bearer? Welcome to a profound exploration of the Fisherman's Ring, an emblem of significant authority and tradition within the Vatican. Traditionally worn by the Pope, the ring has a rich history intertwined with the legacy of the early Christian Church. The Fisherman's Ring is named after Saint Peter, one of Jesus' 12 apostles and the first bishop of Rome, who was also a fisherman by trade. The design of the ring typically features an image of Saint Peter fishing from a boat, a motif that symbolizes his role as the fisher of men. This imagery connects the Pope to Saint Peter, underscoring the apostolic continuity of the papacy. Each Pope receives a new ring at the beginning of his papacy. The ring is crafted specifically for him and is destroyed upon his death. This tradition emphasizes the transient nature of human authority contrasted with the eternal continuity of the Church. The act of destroying the ring also serves to prevent the forgery of papal documents after the Pope's passing. The primary function of the Fisherman's Ring historically was to seal official documents using wax. This was a practical application, yet it carried profound symbolic weight, signifying the Pope's authority to communicate directly with his global flock. More than just a piece of jewelry, the Fisherman's Ring is a powerful symbol of the Pope's role as a spiritual shepherd. As we've journeyed through the Vatican symbols, we uncover not just art but a narrative of faith and authority. Each emblem, each artifact we've explored serves as a bridge between the spiritual and the earthly, between the divine and the daily lives of millions. Let's revisit the crossed keys, a symbol so deeply entwined with the Vatican's identity. Representing the keys to heaven given by Jesus to St. Peter, they symbolize the Pope's divine authority to bind and loose on earth. This emblem, appearing on flags, insignias, and even currency, is a powerful reminder of the Pope's role as a spiritual guide and a temporal leader. Next, the Papal Tiara, a jeweled crown worn by popes for centuries. Although no longer used in papal coronations, its three-tiered design continues to represent the triple power of the Pope as the Father of Kings, the Governor of the world, and the Vicar of Christ. This crown is not just a relic of the past, it's a profound statement of sovereignty and spiritual leadership. We then discussed the coat of arms, each unique to the reigning Pope, yet sharing common elements that speak to a legacy of continuity and faith. These coats of arms are personal yet powerful, encapsulating individual papal philosophies and the overarching mission of the Church. The Vatican Obelisk, standing at the center of St. Peter's Square, is a monument of continuity and connection. Originally from Egypt and brought to Rome, it is a link not just to the ancient past but also to the universality of the Church, symbolizing its outreach across cultures and epochs. And finally, the Fisherman's Ring, traditionally used to seal official documents, connecting each pope to St. Peter, the first fisherman. It is a personal symbol of the Pope's duty to fish for souls, guiding the faithful through the turbulent seas of life. In every corner of the Vatican, symbols weave a story of faith, history, and power, speaking volumes to those who know how to listen. These symbols, rich with history and significance, are not merely decorations, but are vibrant messages and declarations of a deeply rooted spiritual mission.